Hello there, cherry blossoms. We're on that time today, and this has been a long time coming, but I'm finally gonna be doing the Precure Brutally Honest Part 2, but this time, I'm not holding back. I'm going to say my honest opinion. So, I'm warning right now, I'm not holding back, and a lot of people might take offense to what I have to say. So please, if you're not good at taking opinions, I recommend clicking off now because I'm not holding back. I've seen some Precure opinion videos and I have been dying to say my opinion. Like I said, I am not holding back. Yes. So we're going to start with every single season. Keep in mind, I haven't watched every single season, so yeah, I won't be commenting on that. Okay, anyways, let's start. Futari. Now, granted, I haven't watched this series, but one thing that will always bother me about this series is the fact that there's 3 cures, and Toei is just like, nah, let's just make merch with the first 2 and forget about the 3rd one. Like, what is the point of having a trio, like, making a big deal? Like, oh my gosh, we have an extra cure. And just not have her in, like, basically any merch. Like, she's in some merch, but, like, if you look at the merch, like, especially the 20th anniversary, she's barely in there. Barely in there. And it's, like, it just pisses me, it pisses me off so bad. Like, why have a trio if you're gonna treat her like that? Even in the freaking All-Stars movie, did we see Shining Luminous? We saw her, like, barely. She wasn't even on the screen for 5 minutes. Let's be so for real. But yeah, I haven't watched the series, so I can't really give, like, a better opinion than that, but that will always bother me. Like, hashtag free Shining Luminous. Like, where's the love for this girl? I also just realized, before anybody's like, oh, but they're a duo. They were there before she was. Yes, I understand that they're a duo and they will always be a duo. But no duo is such, what's the word? No other duo in any Precure series outshines the mid-season like Max Heart. Like, yes, I understand that they're a duo. They was there first. But let's look at series as like Maho Sky, right? Miracle and Magical, always gonna be a duo. That's their special bond. Always gonna be a duo. But they never leave my girl Cure Felice out. The only time she's ever out is because she's literally, spoiler alert, she's a goddess who watches over 2 different worlds. So yeah, she's not gonna be on Earth that much. So that's fine. And also, Mirai and Riko have their own special connection. That's fine. You know, I don't mind that because they're a duo, but they also are a trio. They don't exclude Felice. So that's what I don't like about Max Heart. It's like Max Heart, it's just them 2. That's all. Okay, so I don't have much to say about Splash Star, only because I've never watched Splash Star, but the one thing I do wish was for the Darkfall twin sisters. I wish that they became actual, like, cures in Toei's eyes. I would, bro, just imagine. They would have been, actually no, in my opinion, they are the first team to do the 2 duos in one group. I don't know, I just wish that they were cures. Like, it would have been such a cool thing, like a duo villains becoming duo cures with another team of duo cures. Like, that would have been so freaking cool. But I can forgive the writers for this one, because they did give us that really, really pretty merch for the 20th anniversary with all 4 of them. So I do appreciate that. So I'll let it slide just this once, but like, I really, really wish that they were all Gears, like officially. So for Yes Precure 5, I think we all know what I'm gonna say, but I have one more thing to add. The season 1 outfits were way better. Y'all can fight me, I don't care. The season 1 outfits were way better. Pushing that aside, Nozomi and Coco, no, I'm not gonna get into that, but that's an absolute no for me. So next. Honestly, Fresh is a pretty good season. The only thing that really bothers me is I feel like their power-ups are just really weak. They didn't get their power-ups until like the last 3 episodes, 3-ish episode, the last few episodes. You get what I mean. Sorry, I got a little rough there. But it's just like, how does it take y'all like the whole series to finally get your power-ups and y'all still getting y'all butts whooped? I'm just saying. Next. Honestly, this is a really good season. I think it's a great season if you just got into Precure to watch. I just think that it's just a teeny tiny little bit overrated. And for people saying that it's the darkest Precure season, it's not. It has dark themes, like the monsters are pretty dark. But Precure in general, it's not really supposed to be dark type, if that makes sense. So I don't really agree with that. I don't think it's a dark type of, I don't think it's one of those dark magical girl animes. That's what I'm trying to get at. But pretty amazing series. I think Moonlight deserves more love. She been through a lot. Also, fun fact, the reason her transformation is so short, and even in the power-up, is because she doesn't have her fairy. Rest in peace, Cologne. Anyways, I just laughed. That's actually, I am so sorry. Next, let's just go. Next. I'm sorry. I've never watched Sweet. I haven't gotten to that series. Honestly, I've heard, my bestie told me, and I've heard a lot of people in the community say that the main 2 girls, I think Kabiki and Kanade, they fight a lot, and even more so for a Precure duo, because all Precure duos do end up fighting, but I heard that their fighting is on the bit of a excessive side. But what I really wanted to say is, I am so sorry, but the power-ups are so ugly. I'm sorry to everybody out there that really likes Sweet Precure and loves the power-ups. They're so ugly in my opinion. I'm sorry. They're ugh. I tried. I've been in the Precure for almost like 10 years. I tried so hard to like these power-ups, but they're just ill. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna make a lot of people angry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm kind of scared to say my opinions on this, because I said I wasn't gonna hold back, but what I'm about to say is going to make a lot of people mad. So I'm gonna give you a warning to click off this video now if you are 1, a Cure Happy fan, 2, a Cure Peace fan, 3, a Cure March fan, or 4, dislike Glitter Force. I'll give you 3 seconds to click off this video. Alright, so now everybody that's here that wants to be here, let me start. I hate to break it to you. Listen, great cures, you can have whatever comfort character you want. I don't care. But let's be so for real right now. I think that some of the cures are a little overrated. Just a little bit. That's the nicest way actually, no. I wasn't holding back. They're a little bit overrated. I'm sorry. You can like whatever cure you like. I'm not saying don't like with them, but it's just, some of them just are really overrated. I hear about them a lot, and
I don't know, sorry. It's just like, I don't know how to word it. I'm sorry. Another thing, I actually want to bring this up. Why are people... I just figured out people are shipping Joker and Beauty. That's a grown man. And he's a villain. You know they don't like each other, right? You know that's against the law. Why are y'all shipping that? I'm being so dead for real right now. Like, why? What is going through y'all mind? I don't want to hear that it's a comfort ship. I don't want to hear none of that. Why are you shipping that? If you are a Joker and a Cure Beauty shipper, please respectfully get off my channel. If you're subscribed, unsubscribe. Like, I'm being so dead for real right now. Thank you. Last thing. Some of y'all be acting like the word glitter force is like a forbidden word. Like, somebody will be like, oh my gosh, like they'll watch a freaking Smile Precure video and they'll be like, oh my gosh, it's glitter. It's not glitter force. Glitter force is whitewashed and racist, and Precure is so much better. Yeah, that's gonna get people to watch Precure. That's definitely gonna get people to watch Precure by bashing a show that they really like, probably grew up with, and basically saying it's bad and making them feel bad for liking Glitter Force. Now, granted, I'm not about to forgive Glitter Force. Like, I'm a huge Glitter Force fan. I love Glitter Force, but they could have left in some Japanese stuff. They could have taught that to kids. They also removed a lot of episodes. I don't know why. So I know that one episode with Cure Piece's dad, I could understand why that would be removed, but like the other episodes, I don't really understand. But yeah, some of y'all just be acting like Glitter Force is just the forbidden word, and maybe instead of attacking people for liking Glitter Force, you could, 1, let them be, or 2, say it in a nice way. Like, hey, you know, Glitter Force is a dub of Smile Precure. It excludes some episodes and erases some culture, but I think Precure... How would I say? I think you would really like Precure. It has a lot more in-depth for the characters, and it has a lot more for the show. It even has a movie with a super cool power-up. Something like that. I'm not good with words, but yeah. It's a very controversial topic, and I've wanted to say that for a very long time, so yep, that's all I gotta say. Same issue that I have with Smile Precure, with the Doki Precure, with the Glitter Force situation. Other than that, it's a pretty good season. This might be also controversial, but I really don't like that Cure Heart is the only one that gets like a really super cool power-up, not once but twice. Very controversial opinion, because I know a lot of people don't really care because, you know, they had the angel wings, but like, I wish the other girls got like an outfit change too. Oh wait, yes I do. I do have something to complain about. Regina should have 100% have been the Cure except for Cure Ace. I know that in the manga she became a Cure. It was a fusion between Ace and her. It wasn't really her own Cure, if that makes sense. So I just really wish that she became a Cure in the show. But hey, she technically became a Cure. So yay, I guess. First of all, Happiness Charge is so overhated. It is such a good season. It does have similarities to Heartcatch. It's not Heartcatch. I've watched Heartcatch and Happiness Charge. Happiness Charge, amazing season. Well, if we don't count Blue and Mirage. If we don't count that. What else? I also wish that... Actually, you know what? No, I don't. I love Megumi. I think she's an amazing protagonist. She's very sweet and kind, puts others before herself, and I know that's like a lot of pink cures, and everyone's like, oh, that's so stereotypical, but she's a really great main character. I really love her. Hime is overhated. Oh my god, I love Hime. I love her character development. She's such a sweetie pie. It's just such a great season. And Cure Fortune, honestly, I'm not saying that Hime deserved the hate, but I got where the hate was coming from Fortune. I know what, like, when Fortune didn't like Hime, be like, oh, Fortune was a little hard on her. Actually, she was a lot hard on her. I ain't gonna lie about that. But honestly, I could see I see where both sides were coming from. So for everyone like, oh, I don't like her because she's mean, pick a different reason, please. Have you not seen the backstory? There's a reason. But I love my girl Hime. That's one of my favorite all-time blue cures. Like, I will always love her. Strong, kind, and beautiful is definitely 3 words I would use to describe this series. It's so beautifully animated. It's, oh my goodness, the storyline, the characters, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's, oh my god, I love it so much. I really have no complaints. I wish Yui became a cure, but someone pointed it out that she probably really didn't need to be a cure because, you know, she was more of like the support, the good friend, and, you know, I do still, okay, not even kinda, I still wish she was able to become a cure, but I do understand the point of her just being there, her presence was also needed, if that makes sense. But I really have no complaints about the series. I really, really love this series, so. Now, I love Maho Sky. The only thing that really bothers me is, why can't Cure Felice use Ruby, Topaz, and Sapphire? Right? Like, I understand that the jewels are there to protect the emerald. The emerald is supposed to be the most powerful gem, right? My thing is, why can't she use them? She's supposed to be, you know, more powerful than both of them. Why can't she get forms too? And you know what? I would have been completely fine. Like, I would have been like, okay, you know what? She's the emerald. She could use the Tourmaline. Like, they could use the Tourmaline, right? And it's like Muffaroon can as well. She's the only cure on that team that can't use Ruby, Sapphire, or Topaz, and it will just always bother me. It will always bother me. Other than that, it's a really great season. I really like it a lot, actually. Yeah, but that's the only thing that bothers me. This is going to be a very controversial opinion. This is a very loved series, but I really don't like Kira. It was just very boring to me. The writing was bland. Now, there was some good writing points, like with Julio's backstory and stuff like that. Also, I had a crush on him as a kid, but we're not going to talk about that. He's one of the best villains, in my opinion. I really like him. It was just very boring, and before Wonderful Precure came out, I thought that a Precure series that didn't have physical fight scenes is just gonna be a terrible season. But then I realized that after Wonderful Precure came out and I watched Wonderful Precure myself, I realized that a Precure season doesn't need physical fights to be good. Wonderful Precure is an amazing series, and I will get more onto that later on. It's just Kira was just so boring to me. I don't know if, like, I just think it was the writing and how it was just timed out. It was just very boring for me to watch. Granted, amazing CGI. I think it has one of the best Precure CGIs in my opinion. Great ending too. I used to not like ending 2. It grew on me. Like, I still listen to it to this day. But it was just very boring to me. I didn't have a lot of fun watching it. I do appreciate that Kira Macaroon is voiced by the same person that provided the voice for Miku. But sadly, Kira Macaroon is my least favorite Kira. I have a big problem with her. And before y'all be like, I watched the whole series. I did. She just is very bland. She even became a Precure when a Cheek was like, why are you protecting me? She was like, oh, I don't know. Like, girl, what? And I'm sorry for a lot of Kira Macaroon fans out there. I just think she's extremely bland. I did like her in All Stars F. She was nice in All Stars F. I like that. But other than that, I just don't really like her. I do like that ship with Kira Chocolate and Kira Macaroon. I'm happy they're like an official Precure couple. That's really cute. I do ship them. They're very adorable together. But yeah, I'm sorry to all the Kira fans out there. I just really don't like Kira. I'm sorry, y'all. I love Hugtto so much. Even though when I basically have nothing bad to say about a season, that I really love the season. This is one of the seasons where it's like, to me, there's like nothing bad about the season. Besides like that weird thing with Hannah and George. But I could see why George feels that way towards her. And he wants to protect her, but at the same time, if you ship that when she's a child, please get off my channel. Actually, other than that, it's a really good season. I love Hugtto, like, no complaints. No complaints. Other than that, but like, great season. I really love Star Twinkle. The only thing is, literally when Star Twinkle was airing, they posted an official picture of Uni going to school with the rest of the girls, and she just never went to school. Why would they do that? Why would y'all play with my emotions like that? Like, I would have loved to see her go to school like Lala got to go to school. Like, that would have been so cute seeing them go to school together, bro. Like, other than that, great season. Kira Star is so overhated. Like, leave my girl Kira Star alone. Leave her alone. Like, get out of here. No, I'm just playing. You can dislike whoever you want. But she's so overhated, bro. I love her so much. Like, she is very unique to me. Like, I don't know. There's something unique about, there's unique about all the Pink Cures, but there's just something especially unique about her. But I love Star Twinkle. No complaints there. Other than the fact that you didn't go to school. She should have went to school. That's all. Yeah. I really love Healin Good, and I'm gonna try my best not to be biased about this season, even though it's very good in my opinion. I think it's very overhated, and I'm very sad that it is very forgettable season. It's very slow paced and chill. For everybody that's really not into that types of series, so I kind of understand that. Precure is usually more energetic and a little bit more faster paced than Healin Good was, but I think Healin Good had beautiful writing. I think the writing was gorgeous. I'm supposed to be brutally honest, and I'm being biased. Okay, my only complaint about this season. I know he was a selfish prick. I know he was a selfish prick and a selfish person and a terrible, terrible, terrible person. But I just wish there was another way to revive Daruzen. I don't give a flying crap about the other characters. About Amanda, he was, I did like him. He was funny. Rest in peace to him, because Kira obliterated him. Anyways, Daruzen, I loved him so much, even though he was a prick. And no, I do not ship Daruzen and Nodoka. That's coming up next. I have a lot to say about that ship. But first, I need to talk about Daruzen. Like, I know he was selfish and he really did deserve it. And I'm not even mad at Nodoka for saying she didn't want to help him, because he did so much crap to her. Like, he's a monster, quite literally and figuratively. But he was such a good villain, bro. Like, I will stand by that. He was such a good villain. Like, I literally don't care about any of the other villains. If there was another way to revive him, I would have been so happy, but I do understand why they didn't. He's a terrible person, and not every Precure villain can be redeemed. I get that. But I really did like him, bro. Like, y'all don't understand I liked him. Another thing about this season that really, really irks me. Like, I'm so dead for real right now. I hate when I look up pictures of Cure Grace, you know, to save to my Cure Grace collection, because I'm totally not a super fan of Cure Grace. Or, you know, for drawing reference, right? And the first thing I see is Nodoka and Daruzen. Why are we shipping that? Why is that a ship? He literally, spoiler alert, was born from her, first of all. Second of all, have you seen the way he acts towards her? She does not like him. He's an absolute prick. Why are you shipping that? That is disgusting. And anybody that ships that, please, for the love of me, please click off this video. Please. I am so dead for real right now. I hate that ship with a burning passion. It is one of my least favorite ships in any freaking fandom. And I'm in a lot of fandoms. I passionately hate that ship so much. And yeah, that's all my complaints about the season. Great season. I really love this season. Very overrated. But yeah. Tropical-Rouge. I actually really love Tropical-Rouge. I really don't have any complaints. The only complaint I have about this series is Cure Oasis transformation. Like, girly. Ooh. You know how when they transform with the tropical packs, you know how the theme is makeup, right? So they use like the makeup brush and they put the makeup on their face, right? Cure Oasis doesn't do that. And it always bothered me because she's supposed to be the legendary Precure. So why wouldn't you apply any makeup on your skin? We don't even know what her charm point is. That was also a big thing with the Tropical-Rouge transformations, the charm points. What was her charm point? We will never know. Her transformation, it just generally just pisses me off, because why would you not apply makeup to yourself and the whole theme of the series is makeup? Like, I will never forgive whoever decided that she didn't need to apply makeup on herself. Other than that, it's a really fun season, and I really love the final attack. It's just so goofy. Every time I see it, it just always makes me crack a smile. Okay, alright. I'm gonna give everybody that loves Cure Precious and Delicious Party, I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to click off this video because y'all are not gonna like what I have to say. So I'm gonna give y'all, you know, a few seconds to click off. Alright? Alright. Alright, now that we got everybody that don't want to be here. Oh my god. This season is so glazed. It is not a good season. I'm sorry. It is my least favorite season I have ever watched. It's so bad. Let's first talk about the glazing of Cure Precious is so bad in this community. Like, people will be like, oh, Cure Wonderful has no character development. Cure Precious has almost zero to no character development. She is so bland. They ruined her character. She started off as a person that loved to help people, but also loved food. She would help out for the sports team at school. We had 2 episodes about that. That was it. The whole series was just food. Oh my gosh, food. I eat so much, but I'm still so hungry. Food. Literally, I don't understand people that glaze her so much, but then don't like Cure Wonderful. It's just
Oh my god, it's Delicious Party is just so bad. And what they did with Cure finale, like, she could have been such an amazing Cure backstory. And I love Cure finale, but like, oh my god, I love Cure finale, but like, they had so many missed opportunities. First of all, she did martial arts. She was a martial artist. They only explored that, I think, in like 1 or 2 episodes, and that was it. It wasn't even a big topic in those episodes. Also, when she turned evil, we never got no backstory. All we got was, oh, she was brainwashed. Then nobody in town was actively looking for her, not even her 2 brothers who took care of her while their parents were overseas. And then when she passed out and they purified her and they brought her back to the house, they were just like, oh, thank you for returning her. Like, this was just your everyday meal, like, delivery service. Like, what? Oh my god, it was just so much wasted potential, and it was just badly written, and I could see why the toy sales did absolutely terrible. It is a terrible season, and I'm sorry for all those Cure Precious fans, but that series, it's terrible. She's a terribly written character, I'm sorry, and I wanted to say that for so long, and I'm so happy I got to say that. I got that off my chest. Hirogaru Sky, the season's 20th anniversary. As I did in my previous video, before I have to say what I have to say, let's give a huge round of applause for Toei Animation for reaching a wonderful 20th anniversary. Alright, now we got our round of applause out of the way. I feel like Hirogaru Sky was just wasted potential. They played it too safe. And I have a few things to say about this season, so I'll just start with the first thing. The first thing that always bothered me was the fact that Cure Sky and Cure Prism became a duo in episode 5, and episode 9 Cure Wing came, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 5 episodes they were a duo together. And it just always bothered me. And when I made the first Brutally Honest video, I was giving them credit because I'm like, you know, maybe it'll be a shorter season because, you know, Healing Good, Tropical-Rouge, Delicious Party, they were all shorter seasons. No. Hirogaru Sky had 50 episodes. Now, granted, maybe because they had so many other cures that joined, like Cure Wing, Cure Butterfly, Cure Majesty. But I feel like at least one more episode, right? Because episode 5, they were disagreeing because Cure Sky didn't want Cure Prism to be a cure, and then Cure Prism wanted Cure Sky to let her be a cure because she wanted to protect Elchan with her. So yes, they became a cure in episode 5 where Sora accepted her. So technically 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 episodes technically, but we'll just count it as 5. I just feel like that wasn't enough, especially, I know you want to pay tribute to the first, you know, Precure season where they had a duo, but to be a duo for only 4 or 5 episodes just really bothers me. And then we have the issue with Cure Majesty. She came extremely late, and they got a power-up, I think, an episode or 2 after she came. And I just feel like it wasn't necessary. Now, before you'd be like, oh, but Cure Moonlight came late. Yes, she did come late. She did get the power-up. But it just felt like Cure Majesty was just wasted potential. Because, remember in her debut episode, she went head-on with Skeerhead. She would have beat Skeerhead if he didn't teleport away. Like, she was the strongest one by a mile of the other cures, right? So they had a few episodes of her, like, kicking butt, you know, being powerful as she was, and then after the episodes with Elchan were done, they pretty much nerfed her. She was needing to get saved a lot, and she wasn't nearly as powerful as she was when she debuted. And it was just like, why make such a big deal that she was so powerful, only for y'all to nerf her like that? And then they didn't even treat, I feel like they don't even really treat her like a cure, because L-chan was the mascot for the series. So a lot of the times when they do merch with these characters, she's not even in her Precure form. She's as a baby. So it's like, do y'all want to keep her a baby, or do y'all want her to be a cure? And then the last few episodes, she transformed into a teenager. Like, I get why, but I feel like that would have been better if she did that, like, when she debuted it. Like, she could have a few episodes where she was still a baby and then turn into a teenager, have some sort of growth. I don't know, it just seemed like such wasted potential. They played it so safe. And then, can we please talk about how they treated Cure Wing? Like, y'all made this big fuss about how he was the first boy cure, and y'all treated him like absolute dog, I can't curse, dog poop, we'll just say dog poop. Y'all treated him so bad. You know, he wasn't even gonna get a costume until a little boy saw that there was no Cure Wing costume and he couldn't dress up like Cure Wing, and he was crying. That was the only reason Toei was like, you know what, let's make a costume for him. Cure Wing didn't get any doll. The little dress-up dolls, like the little plastic ones, he didn't even have a civilian form. He had a bird in his Precure form. Like, what? They didn't give him any dolls. And granted, y'all probably like, well, all the dolls are girls, okay? They literally, Cure Soleil, she has a darker skin tone. They made a whole darker skin tone doll for her. You're telling me you're telling me Precure, $1 billion freaking company, couldn't make a Cure Wing model, like a Cure Wing male model for the doll. Like, I just felt like it just made me so sad, like, to see all the girls get treated so well. They get these dolls and they get the costume and all that, and then Cure Wing is just kind of like pushed to the side. And it sucks because he's such a great character. He's like my favorite orange cure. There's only two, I know that, but like, he's a really great cure, and he gets treated like that. Like, I just feel like it's such overkill. Like, I just feel like for the 20th anniversary, it was just so much wasted potential, and it just makes him really sad. I have absolutely no complaints about this series. This series was so well done. I loved everything about the series. No complaints. But I do have something to say to all those Cure Wonderful haters. First of all, if you think she has no character development throughout the series, you haven't watched the whole series. She has one of the best character developments I have seen of any Precure so far. Like, she has so much character development. And to use that argument to say that she's not a good cure is irrelevant, and you haven't watched the whole series. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Kimi To Idol isn't finished yet, but I think it is an amazing season so far. I love how they mix in the fight scenes, and they have their own CGI performances for their attacks. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The series gives Aikatsu vibes. I love the main characters. I love the fairy Pururun. I love everything about it so far. It's far too early to give a pretty honest opinion because the series just started, but that was the most honest that I could give for the first 9 episodes. It's pretty amazing. I enjoy every single episode, and I can't wait to see what the series has in store. And yeah, those are my honest Precure opinions. I am so sorry the video is so long. But this was like a more detailed explanation of everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if stuff I said seemed a little rough. I wasn't holding back. So I'm sorry about that. I'm not trying to offend anyone in any way. These are just my honest, brutally honest opinions. Hope you all enjoyed and have a blessed day. This is Mahou signing off. Peace.